go through its paces today. Like many modern designs, is actually inherently unstable, as the fly-by-wire control system affords artificial stability and also provides what's known as carefree handling, means the pilot can't take the aircraft outside of its elements. You've got roll control from the small, what are known as flaperons, combination of flap and aileron on the wings, the flaperons and those two canard foreplates. Lining up their run-in on the enemy target. And as they pull up, they've delivered the coup de grace. They have never got her. He had them in right loose. If I think the likes of John Remain and the ground for formation aeros into chipmunks and duxton, but this is, I'd say, a new departure for the vintage pair this year. An initial 3 loops to go here to the Oxford 30 Air Squadron and Wellington. Now if you look to your left hand side, the next display item is already rolling, just getting airborne. This is the T6 Texan. Just getting airborne now will be the next display item. Power just cleared the P-47 and the Mustang to take off, so they're going to line up and then head on their way home. Thanks to both of them for their contribution to today's programme.
You will go. We'll call you when we're 2 miles to leave. Okay, copy.
Represented here actually the earlier silver with the yellow print band and on the red white. The red white for me is still characteristic colour, yes, but it's there. This is the one I grew up with. I've been flying my offshore with Norfolk, flying air today during the summer. A very uncomfortable negative G pushover there. In a sequence that's a very high octane combination of classic aerobatic figures and manoeuvres from a typical freestyle competition aerobatic program. Officially known as the Texan, as I mentioned, we often knew it as the Harvard. RAF service in 1931. Back then, fixed undercarriage guys, rather than with the retractable gear most Harvards have. The last one on military charge in the UK wasn't phased out until 2016. That was used on trial support work by Kinetic at Boscombe Down. And it's now that one in service with Rolls-Royce with their heritage flight. But this one depicts one of the really important aspects of modern Harvard operation, namely use on public flight experiences and for tail drag and tailing purposes. Because if you're going to fly something like a Hurricane or a
that complete, the demo is at an end. So one more time everyone, please put your hands together for the 2025 Chinook Roll demonstration.
A very uncomfortable negative G pushover there. In a sequence that's a very high octane combination of classic aerobatic figures and manoeuvres from a typical freestyle competition aerobatic program.
It's a hard limit. That's not enough. Our arrow is also added by our soldiers. This is the PC-17's declaration of love to you here in Cosford. His first 12 months showing him off to air cadets by flying them and other air experienced passengers in the Grog Tutor from RAF Wittering. CJ's the baby of the team, joining the front line in 2023. Feel free to call him and crow if you see him. He's an avid fan of Formula 1, but when he realised he was too tall, he decided to become a Chinook pilot. Forget the revs of F1, CJ, the best noise in the world is that bit of blade slap. The crew now positioning for a fast roping approach, accelerating rapidly, accurate mid-back through on a tight or otherwise unsuitable landing site. Think about rooftops or the deck of a ship, but today it's in front of you, lucky devil. In the starboard door, you can see Josh picking out the ropes ready to supervise the dispatch crew, while Dave does the same as Sam. Unfortunately, due to operational commitments, we don't have any troops to demonstrate for you today, but you will still see the ropes go out.
7 and the P-51 into the air to depart to Duxford. So the P-47 going to Duxford. I think the Mustang might be heading to Sywell, I can't quite recall. But anyway, they will be airborne and on their way, and then the Chinook is going to close the show.
Take off, just the one.
Preparing in the cabin to drop off troops onto target. As the aircraft turns in for a downwind quick stop, they will simulate a lake spot the landing site to offload troops and vehicles, either on or off the battlefield. In the back, they're being efficient with their recce, making sure it's suitable to land on in the minimum.
Cockpit of the P-70. It's a huge pleasure and honor for us to fly at this brilliant event. We hope you enjoyed our show and we wish you a fantastic afternoon. Bye-bye.
This was Captain Andreas Meknik, the Mexter directly out of the front aircraft from the air. And now prepare your cameras. It's a hard limit that's not enough Amor's arrow is also added by our soldiers. This is the PC-17's declaration of love to you here in Cosford. Observe the next formation change into the super flash, and now the next change into the formation called Delta, our largest formation, with a wingspan of around 70 meters, equal to an Airbus A380. Time and formation followed by a looping. The amazing and internationally renowned PC-17 of the Swiss Air Force.
5 Squadron, with Lieutenant Commander Eugene Esmond in the lead, set out to stop German battle cruisers Kneisenau and Scharnhorst and the heavy cruiser the Prince Eugen from going through the English Channel from Brest to their German home ports. All 6 Swordfish were shot down by their defenders, Esmond posthumously being awarded the Victoria Cross.
I did. That's the one to get.
There's an A-20 Squadron aircraft that flew on the operations that sank or led to the sinking of the Bismarck. And with a final wing rock on the last part, we say farewell to the Glen Allison and the Navy Wing Heritage Flight Swordfish 1. departing, the two black cats have had a squirt of fuel. They are airborne again and about to depart back home to Yeovilton. And then the moment they're clear, we'll move on, which will unfortunately be the last display, but what a display. Coming up here, aircraft transiting rearwards, and then dipping their noses. Closely, another signature manoeuvre. Sometimes done along the axis, this is done away from you, this is the over-the-shoulder transition. Both aircraft angle out onto the 45 left and the 45 right to give you another perspective. Our MHA2s, MHA standing for Maritime Helicopter Attack.
Attack helicopters.
I give you the Black Cats. Opening first break, the aircraft head out, preparing in the cabin to drop off troops onto target. As the aircraft turns in for a downwind quick stop, they will simulate a lake spot to landing site to offload troops and vehicles, either on or off the battlefield. In the back, they're being efficient with their recce, making sure it's suitable to land on in the minimum 25 Chinook roll demonstration. In the manoeuvre called chainsaw. The 69 hits, no more than 30 seconds, all the blood rushing to their brains. He rolls to the outside. Clear, go, with red 4 and 5 rolls to the outside. Looking for reds 8 and 9, smoking the red and blue, rolling around red 6 for those at show centre. You should be able to see red 6 rolls round by red 8 and 9. As red 7 hides in the smoke of red 6 in the Tempest. At 900 miles per hour in the Hannah Pass.
Wildcat. These land on the back of the frigates.
They, as I say, will be back with us in quite a while actually. They've got quite a long hold, as I say, the swordfish should be in the vicinity waiting for them while we enjoy the stylings of our second national team of the day, and an absolutely outstanding one. I love watching this next team, particularly in a slightly smaller venue like this one, where their display really fits into the confines.
It's almost made to measure, I think, because of it. It just looks and feels so right, this sort of shape and size of the arena.
And the same goes for a very good helicopter team that's routine, as we will see from the Black Cat. Off they go.
Nice to have the back in the air.
Yeah.
While let's find the biplane in the next 15 minutes or so, that should be quite interesting.
And the first British, or in her case, Franco-British woman to stand on a mixed international podium with an FAI medal. That's the Fédération Aéronautique Internationale, the world of governing body, including aerobatics. Rolling in the vertical. Turns of a spin. Lining up their run in on the enemy target. And as they pull up, they've delivered the coup de grace.
Margate Kent, he joined the RAF in September 2014 as a weapons systems operator and has been on the Chinook force since 2017. He's a qualified helicopter crew and instructor and has accumulated over 2,000 hours on rotary platforms. When Dave's not in work, and occasionally whilst he is in work, he can usually be found on the golf course. Those of you up close can see Dave clearing the troops and vehicles to exit the aircraft at the ramp. Riding into the roll demo with some style today, we have members of the Joint Helicopter Support Squadron. Keep one eye on that quad bike if you will, to see just how crystal these enablers are working fast. With the troops and quad bike on, the aircraft departs with an over-the-shoulder transition, a defensive manoeuvre presenting the full ballistic protection towards any probable threat. This gives the aircraft and any occupants the greatest possible chance of protection.
This is called to an end for the carousel, as they immediately begin manoeuvring into the Sabre Chase, and our final formation for today. You'll see them essentially forming a...
So that was where Britain again really entered the story, because the then commanding officer of a unit based at Duxford called the Air Fighting Development Unit, which evaluated new aircraft and new capabilities.
Get your cameras ready, because it's time to introduce the Royal Air Force Falcons.
The team coach, Flight Sergeant Liam Lyons, will be looking out of the door, waiting for the right time to pick up the team. You will exit first, and each jumper will follow, exiting every 3 seconds. It's a free fall. And face the skies, get your cameras ready!
One of the things I'm finding really impressive about this display, quite a lot of breaks, immediate and very snappy rejoins. It's not just very well...
Spitfire 1, line up at point.
5.24, Spitfire 1.
Well, I thought that was an absolutely splendid display by the vintage pair. David Ketters in the lead, John Higgins, the number 2, with their pair of de Havilland Canada Chipmunk T10s. Utter nostalgia. And the first British, or in her case, Franco-British woman to stand on a mixed international podium with an FAI medal. That's the Fédération Aéronautique Internationale, the world of Scottish bodybuilding, including aerobatics. Rolling in the vertical. Then a few turns of a spin.
Get your cameras ready, because it's time to introduce the Royal Air Force Falcons.
The team coach, Flight Sergeant Liam Lyons, will be looking out at the door, waiting for the right time to signal to the team to start. Which is called to an end for the carousel, as they immediately begin maneuvering into the Sabre Chase, and our final formation for today. You'll see them essentially forming a